Who will win Dancing with the Stars Season 25? Season 25 of Dancing with the Stars has been one of the most competitive years yet, and the contestants have had everything from shocking double eliminations to terrifying injuries thrown in their path so far. Now, we're down to the finalists, who all have a decent shot at walking away with the mirror ball. We want to know who you think will win the season, so please vote in the poll below. To refreshen your memories, here's a rundown of who's left. Jordan Fisher was the early frontrunner of the season, which was not totally surprising given his Broadway background. He's mastered every piece of choreography Lindsay Arnold has thrown at him without looking half as shaky or awkward as most celebs on the show. Jordan and Lindsay have never been in danger of elimination, and they've also gotten the most perfect scores of anyone on the show this year. When it comes to pure talent and technique, Jordan and Lindsay have this competition in the bag. Unfortunately, it's not always the most talented dancer who snags first place on this show. Drew Scott may not have the suave moves or name recognition as some of the other finalists, but he's got something that no force on earth can match. HGTV voters. I've often found myself scratching my head in confusion whenever Drew coasted through elimination rounds because technically speaking, he's not what you'd call finalist material. Half of the show is about getting people to pick up the phones though, and that's where being a Property Brothers star pays off. People vote for this guy, and in the end, that counts for something. Moving on to Lindsay Sterling, we should all take a minute to remember she's the only female contestant in the Final Four. She's had no dance background, and yet she's still killing it on this show with lifts and turns and choreography that no beginner would normally dare to tackle. What's more, it's about 200% more challenging to be a girl in the ballroom than a guy. No offense, but sometimes dudes coast by just standing there and lifting, whereas the women have to look awesome and bend in ways no human should for these routines. Not to mention, women do all the same steps as the guys, they just do them backwards. Where Lindsay Sterling is concerned, being awesome and being the only female celeb left should be something we all consider in our final judgments. And finally, we finish on Frankie. Frankie Muniz also had no dance background before coming on the show, but he's taken to it like a fish to water. His acting ability makes his performances intense and incredibly entertaining, which oftentimes makes up for any missteps in his technique. Pair that with the powerhouse that is his partner Whitney Carson, and you've got a killer combo. He's also Frankie freaking Muniz, and if you don't think he's the most lovable contestant on the show, I don't know what to say to you. If ever an underdog deserved to win the mirror ball for dedication alone, it's this guy. The Dancing with the Stars 2-night finale airs Monday, November 20th at 8/7 c and Tuesday, November 21st at 9/8 c on ABC.